course, a lawnmower starts as I want to start this video. This is a new segment because I don't think I could have put this anywhere else, but I saw Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway. I saw Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway, and I'm already planning my next visit. Guys, holy smokes. Do the Friday 40 at work. I was in the 6th row, somebody was in the 2nd row that I met that day. So I'm going to try and keep the secrets as much as possible. The very obvious is that this is a technological marvel. Holy hell. However, I am going to state something before I continue. I actually always enjoyed the script and plot to Cursed Child. I considered it canon. I know many people don't. However, I can understand why some people don't. However, I also know why some of those people who don't, once they see the plays, because, yeah, it would be plays. It's been a day. It's not even... Oh, it is 10 o'clock. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's been a day. You do need to see it. And once you see it, it will all connect and it will all be like, what? Harry Potter has saved me so many times. So is just JK's World. It's saved me so many times. I will see this production over and 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 over again if I have to. Just because it is absolutely stunning and absolutely just... I do know there are tickets still available, they're just really expensive, hence why I'm planning my next visit. But holy smokes. Okay, so I'm going to read what I wrote, because I am trying to keep the secrets. This is what I wrote about the cast. Now, as many people know, I was really excited to see a chunk of the original London cast come. They were the original cast in general. This would be Jamie Parker as Harry Potter, Paul Thornley as Ron Weasley, Noma Dumesney as Hermione Granger, Poppy Miller as Ginny Potter, because they are married now, duh. Alex Price as Draco Malfoy, Anthony Boyle as Scorpius Malfoy, and Sam Clement as Albus Severus Potter. Plus, there was a plethora of other people from Broadway who are now in this production, and it is absolutely stunning. So this is what I wrote. Okay, and I'm going to hashtag keep the secrets as much as possible. So as you all know, I'm a massive Harry Potter fan, and J.K. Rowling and her Wizarding World have saved me more than once. Tonight I was once again saved and reminded of why I fell in love with this world in the first place. Jamie Parker, I've been a fan since the History Boys, and his Harry broke my heart. He accurately portrayed how holding back depression and PTSD and anxiety will lead to even more pent-up guilt, and showed us what it means to be human. I cried 3 times in a span of 1 act because of his performance and portrayal of Harry. He made it raw and real and showed us that our heroes can mess up. Those of you wondering the first time I cried, Act 2, Part 2. I mean, Part 2, Act 2, or Part 2, Act 4, however it is written in the script. Part 2, Act 2. You should probably be able to figure out which part if you know. His Harry was just brilliant. If you know the show, there's that one scene where they do a certain thing and they gotta be other people. He went from, you know, being just the Harry we knew to this completely different Harry. And you might be wondering, how does one show pent-up PTSD and depression and anxiety? A lot of it has to do with your body language. A lot of it has to do with your nervous tics. For example, he would wipe the sweat off his forehead a lot and into his hair, while not touching the scar. And he would pull his vest down a lot. He had his ways of doing it that when you got to this point, you just broke down with him, and you were like, holy shit. So I am going to curse in this. I'm sorry, JK. I'm sorry, guys, but holy hell on a cracker. Next. Oh, yeah, and the heroes can mess up. Duh. Like, isn't that the whole point of being human? This was one complaint I had about people when the script first came out. Harry would never do that. Harry would never say that. Blah, 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 blah. Obviously, I know a lot of people, and yes, there were people who did not read the script before seeing this play. The reaction was intense. It was like, oh, I forgot for a second that there would be people, including the gentleman next to me, who did not see the show, or who did not read it before they saw it. Harry's a human. He is obviously suffering from PTSD and he's obviously suffering from PTSD and everything. I swear I could speak proper English. He would have this pent-up things, and we often say things that we don't necessarily mean. And yeah, also, before we continue further, they did actually add more to the script, before I forget. So yeah, but I'm just gonna start crying if I keep talking about his performance. Continuing on what I wrote, Paul Thornley was absolutely hilarious and heartwarming as Ron and proved that Weasley is our king. That is like the simplest but best explanation. He's so funny, but he still has that whole I love Hermione, I'd do anything for her, blah 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 to him, and he's just like so many times. There's like that one part where they're all, I'm gonna not keep the secrets for a second, where they're all taking the blame, and he's just like, they're all up here, so I'm up here too. Noma Dumeswini, this is exactly what I wrote. Move over, everyone, because her portrayal of Hermione is fierce, and I am empowered by it. That was the first part. Accurate. With all due respect to the women of Black Panther and to Wonder Woman, although, yeah, the entire women on the island could count, and Carol, and literally every other female character that's amazing, she wins. She wins, she wins, she wins, she wins, she wins. And then I wrote, she also proved color does not matter, and I openly smiled at her job reveal. Obviously, those of you that know, her job reveal is like, it's such like a kind of a throwaway, but at the same time, you're like, ah. And people who are complaining about the first part of that sentence, reality check. She was phenomenal. Shouldn't matter. She's great. Poppy Miller as Ginny was stunning. Also showing us repressed PTSD. She also showed how strong Ginny is and how much she loves Harry and how she will do anything for her family. So if you read the script, you know that they kind of delved into her PTSD just a little bit when it came to opening the Chamber of Secrets. They kind of did a little bit more. God, I loved how strong they made her. Like, holy smokes. And just like the love she has for Harry and everybody, it's like, holy smokes. Like, I want to try and keep the secrets as much as possible, but if you've read the script, they have like an argument at one point. If you read the script, you should know this part. Also, her screaming match with Draco. Speaking of Draco, Alex Price's Draco was a new take on this character, and I also openly wept because of him. You should know what part that is. It's in Part 2, Act 4, whatever you call it. You should know what scene that is if you've read it. He truly showed the power of gossip and its effects on people. Holy smokes. Like, this guy just also, again, most people know this, it's a play about parenting, specifically about fathers and sons. And while, yes, Harry and Albus are the forefront, Draco and Scorpius many a time showed what happens, and it was so well done, so beautifully done. Sam Clement as Albus truly embraced the whole child of I can't speak. The whole child of a celebrity thing while also wanting a friend in his father's love, and often left me reeling. I was really, it's not that I wasn't shocked. I knew his performance was going to be friggin' fantastic, but to actually see it instead of just reading it, how much I felt for Albus, because holy smokes, like, you could tell he was really like broody, and I don't like being your son, and blah 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 blah, and you're just like, what is going on with this kid? Oh my god. And then Anthony Boyle, I'm gonna say it, but he should have the Tony. All due respect to you, Mr. Nathan Lane, Anthony should have the Tony. His Scorpius made me laugh, cry, reaffirm that I am very much like Scorpius. If you've seen the play and you've watched my videos, you should understand that statement. And overall commanded attention every scene he was in. He did. Like, I often like to explain to people that when I see a show, you can make me watch you the entire scene. Holy hell, you're amazing. In the best way possible. And that's exactly how I felt with Anthony Boyle. His Scorpius is like, I remember when I first read the script and I was like, oh, Scorpius is a combination of the main seven, meaning Harry, Ron, Hermione, Ginny, Draco, Luna, Neville. You can see that. He kind of has a little bit of Sheldon and Leonard Big Bang Theory quality to him. But he's such his own person. And he's such a, like, oh my god, I'm gonna start crying. He's such a loner, okay? That found Albus, and I can't. I'm gonna start crying if I start really delving into this. Plus, I want to keep the secrets, but he's just fantastic. Oh my god. Unbelievable performance. Loved every minute of it. Jessie Fisher in her role was completely mesmerizing. Now, I have seen Jessie Fisher in other shows. If you've read the play, you should know what character she's playing. That's all I'm gonna say. Edward James Highland's track left me emotional. He was the older gentleman roles. That makes sense to anybody? I'm trying to keep the secrets. Brian Abraham's track was absolutely heartwarming and kept the show flowing. So, part of his track was the sorting hat. And if you've watched my carousel from the actor's perspective, I don't know which is going up first, but you will hear me talk about the star catcher and how the star catcher's in the show a lot. That's how they kind of treat the sorting hat. It's very interesting how it's done, and I loved it. And the other part of his tracks were, oh god, his track. The other parts of his track. I'm so obsessed with the show, I can't speak proper English. Susan Hayward was a perfect combo of Ron and Hermione with her rose. That just states it in general. And Broadway royalty Byron Jennings. You should immediately know who I'm talking about just from what I'm about to say. His track was difficult as he portrayed a very divisive character, but he did so beyond brilliantly and eloquently while also honoring the character and the actor who portrayed said character initially. That should give you a very obvious response as to who he is. Like, holy hell, his performance was amazing. And this whole cast, oh my god. Like, first off, now I know why Stephen Hoggett makes them go through, like, when they, like, first started in London, like, they showed the videos of Stephen Hoggett making them do, like, warm-ups every day, and I was like, what? They are physically demanding. Everybody in that show, their track is just physically demanding. Again, visually stunning. The story is so beautiful, especially once it's seen. I still don't know how they did one thing. I'm still shocked they have other things. The ushers even get into it, guys. It's such... Save up your money. There are a lot of tickets available, I know, still. For some reason around Christmas. I don't know why. They're pretty much sold out through, like, September. I can tell you that. But it's just absolutely stunning. And if you could do the Friday 40, do the Friday 40. It's worth it. It was the first time I ever wrote fan mail. I'm going to be brutally honest. Because I stage door. And I did meet Sam Clement, Anthony Boyle, Jessie Fisher, Brian Abraham, Edward James Highland. I want to say Benjamin Wheelwright. I could be wrong. A couple others. Just know, and I'm always one that when I'm at the stage door, if somebody doesn't come out, I totally understand. This is a very demanding industry, and these are very demanding roles. I did not meet the main 5 adults, but I couldn't not say something to them, so I actually wrote fan mail, and I hope it makes sense, and I hope I didn't embarrass myself too much. Because I am an adult, and yet I was like a child not knowing how to write. I literally wrote so many drafts, it's not funny. But this play, first off, I saw Dear Evan Hansen and Carousel on a Saturday, and then I saw in a marathon. You have to see it in a marathon, unless you have to do Thursday, Friday for Cursed Child. See it in a marathon. Meaning go the Wednesday, Saturday, or Sunday. Seeing it, everyone's gonna feel something. Everyone's gonna be shocked by something. Even me who read the script, there were some changes, and I was like, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's canon for me, totally. I'm gonna start crying. I can feel it right now. Holy hell, because the scene I just thought of. JK's World always showed that you can have a place to go to, and that you will have a place to go to eventually, and that you will find people who love and appreciate you for you. And she's always also showed that we are human, that we suffer from many a human thing, that it will take some time to overcome it, and it might not happen right away, and that happily ever afters are not always guaranteed. I know she didn't write this, but she approved of it, and I'm happy she did, because this play is, it's all of what I just said. And I didn't know whether to call this a Tay Time Descriptions or a Tay Time Experience, or I don't know, but I need to see this play again, especially with it, even if I just see this original cast one more time. I need to see it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, because it's just that emotionally grabbing. And even if I wasn't a fan, I'd feel this way. So yeah, before I start like completely breaking down, quick thing, if you are going to see the show, and I know it says an hour before, get there an hour and a half to 2 hours before. You do have to go through metal detectors and a whole lot of other security. Plus, you can go buy your merchandise at that time. They do have the menu at your seat, which is very interesting. But yeah. Thank you, guys. And to John Tiffany, you created this, and it's absolutely stunning. It's absolutely stunning. So that's about it. Keep the secrets if you've seen it and you want anything down below. I'll try and be as keep the secrets as possible. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.